So I'm here at Ava's Lifeline with the owner and operator. I want to introduce you to her. Here she is, and her name is...
Hi, I'm Ava from Ava's Lifeline. I'm the face of Ava's Lifeline and also the owner and the head chef.
That's right. And I just want to come on here and just interview her because she has a really prosperous business since 2020? Since 2020. And she's been at 745 DeKalb Avenue, Brooklyn, for 5 years. And she's been baking so many good things. Look at some of these treats, apple cake, lemon loaf, so many. And they're all vegan, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, all plant-based.
All plant-based. So, question. What inspired you to start Ava's Lifeline?
Okay, so I don't know if you can tell from my accent, I am from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay,
and if it's
TNT.
one thing, yes, TNT. Growing up in the environment of in the Caribbean where you don't have to deal with snow, we had a lot of gardening where you'll plant your own fruits and vegetables. And because of that, I was inspired to know exactly what's in my food, and I'm an anti, let's just say, preservatives. I like to know what's in my food. And food was meant to expire. It was never meant to be sitting on a shelf for 5 and 10 years. So we make everything in small batches so we can, keep the integrity of the products.
Yes.
And as we introduced, saying that there is a plant-based, there's no animal byproducts being used in our products at all.
Wonderful. So, as you've built this business for 5 years, what were some things that you overcame? Like, what were some hurdles that you had to overcome to keep the business going? Do you mind sharing?
Oh, definitely. It's passion. It's beyond money. Because when you become an entrepreneur, it all depends on you. There's no support. Like how I started my business, I didn't have money set down there. It was just grinding, a passion. And I use food as therapy. Me creating recipes was therapy. So first off, you have to discover, do I really want to do this, or could I do this with or without money? If your motivation is money, you're already lost. So it has to have a passion. It has to have a desire. You have to want to solve a problem. And that I will say, you have to do it. If you can do it for fun, if you can do it for getting paid, you're onto something. So it starts with, do I desire to do this? Do I have a desire to open any type of business? You're going to have to go through rough patches. It's going to take sacrifice. You're going to have to take night and make day. Plenty planning. I've been doing this since 2011, and what I will say, you have to have nerves of steel, especially in 2025 into 2026, where the economy, where everything is increasing, people losing their jobs. For example, when you have retail, you depend on people passing in your shop, coming off for lunch. And if there's no jobs, who's going to come in?
Yeah.
And then you have households that are losing 2 paychecks and coming down to 1 paycheck. So their entertainment has been slashed. So no longer could they eat out or even patronize your business, even if they want to. So it is a tough but rewarding decision to be an entrepreneur, to have your own business, to go after your passions and your desires. I would not say no, but make sure it's something that you can do with or without money.
Speaking of that, money not being the motivator, but actually a passion, what were some things that helped you get through the tough times of owning your business? It was like
what got me through the tough times is I don't like to quit, and where there's a will, there's always a way. In anything that you're doing, you're going to have growing pains, right? In life, before you start walking, you have to creep. You're going to fall down a couple times. You're not going to give up. You're going to keep trying until you can hold yourself up. So basically, that's my passion. That's what drives me is where there's a will, there's a way, and the answer is never no. It's just sitting down and recalibrating. Like if you're driving and you lost your turn, you don't stop. You figure out another way to go, right? To get to your destination.
Reroute, yeah.
You reroute. And that's where I'm at, trying to reroute, to think about how could I do business better or different. What have I learned from the last season? So that's what keeps me going. Is like, I know I have a great brand. I know I'm great at creating recipes.
That's right.
if the customers wouldn't come to me, how do I get to them? Advertising more, trying different things. Because what I realized to a lot of people when the new customers come in, sometimes they in the neighborhood for years and didn't know that we existed. So then it's like, okay, am I really doing what I'm supposed to do to advertise, get the word out? So these are things that you have to take into account.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Next question. What would be advice you would tell your younger self?
What I will tell my younger self is, you're capable. You have what it takes to do this. You have already jumped over so many hurdles. Just being alive. You have what it takes. And everything that you desire is inside of you. You just have to look deeper.
Good word. Good word. You inspired me. And last but not least, a word of advice to those that are starting their journey of entrepreneurship, those that are in the middle stages, and those that are just now seeing the fruits of their labor come to pass. What would you tell them?
What I will tell them is don't quit. Because it's like, what I use is these phrases. It could be you digging for water and one more plunge and you would have been closer to it. Walking away, you're going to walk away thinking, I should have done this better, or I could have dig a little bit deeper. So just like that, one more day. Every day you say one more and you keep getting closer. It doesn't matter how big your steps are, long as you being consistent. Consistency is what gets you to the destination. Because sometimes in this day and age, we like to have things like in a microwavable overnight. Success is not overnight. When you see these stars or you see these entrepreneurs or business owners on certain platforms, you didn't see that 15 years that they were crying or that 15 million times that they failed at creating something. You only get to see them at the finish line. But hear their stories, then you'll understand it was never overnight. It takes time. It takes time. And even when you think that, okay, I got over this particular hurdle, one is waiting right after. It's like the video games. To get to the level 12, and you have to start from 1. And each level gets harder. That's life. Each level gets harder, and you have to push yourself. You're going to discover things about yourself that you didn't even know, that be it strength or weaknesses. And don't lean on the weakness. Tap into your strength, because your strength is going to get you closer to what you cannot do. Because where there's a will, there's always a way.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that wonderful interview with Ava from Ava's Lifetime. So I just want to say, here's to you. May you have more prosperity, greatness. May people that weren't around discover how great you are this very year, and may profits triple and double. In fact, 100-fold.
100-fold.
Here.
Thank you.
This is REDCUPTALKS, and we're out.